Hello, YouTube and Facebook fans. Hi, this is JJ from Paranormal Talks, paranormaltalks.com. Paranormal Talks, we're here to help educate and help you remember and use some of the metaphysical sciences, the divination tools to help you navigate more successfully through life. You know, it's hard enough going through life with trial and error. But with these divination tools, you can really capitalize on who and what you are more successfully in life. We're talking here about numerology. This is one of several divination tools, and it's one of the easier ones to actually get traction on here at Paranormal Talks. We'll be talking about your soul urge, number 4. And the soul urge number is derived from your birth name, the name you were given at birth, the full name that's shown on your birth certificate. It's not a married name, an adopted name, a nickname. No. It is the name you were given at birth as shown on your birth certificate. So we'll be getting to that. But let me first just, if I could, just announce and mention some things about Paranormal Talks. We have a website, paranormaltalks.com. And you can see the link below in the description. And we have a video store. We have wonderful speakers every month at Paranormal Talks. And you can see those in the video store. We have speakers, near-death experiencers, ET abductees, UFO contactees. We have psychics. We have mediums. We have past life regressionists. We have out-of-body astral projectors. We have people who've had afterlife contacts from their dead loved ones as they come to visit them. Some people call them ghosts, but we're actually spirits, what have you, when we die, and we want to comfort those who we have left behind. We have speakers along those lines. We even have inventors who have a certain type of technology that helps us heal on many different levels by looking at our energy body. So please take a look at them. They're very affordable, and you can download them to your mobile device or your laptop and watch it to your heart's desire. So that's what we do at Paranormal Talks. We want to help you awaken yourself first. We want to make the paranormal normal. We want to make the supernatural natural. Because these things are normal and natural and part of the human condition. So let's get back to your soul urge, number 4. This is based on your name given at birth. And I'll flash up a cheat sheet on how you can find your soul urge number. It's based on your name. It's based on only the vowels that are in your name. You know, the vowels like A, E, O, I, U. Well, I think that's all of them. Anyway, just the vowels in your name. That's how we get the soul urge number. So unlike the life path number, which we talked about in 9 other earlier videos, the life path number is to what you are to do in your lifetime, in your own unique way, in fulfilling your life path goals, the activities, and how you will manifest those in the material world. And then we'll also be talking about your personality number and your destiny number. Those 2 numbers are derived from your given name, and then your soul urge number. The soul urge number, very important, because that is a number that cannot be denied, and it will drive you to manifest all of these other gifts, talents, and reaching your goals. So we want to look at that number first. So what is the soul urge number? The soul urge number is, it's not really obvious, but it drives us. It's behind everything that we do, and it is what we value most in life, and that our soul came here to learn and to manifest. So there may be sort of a lack, but our soul insists on learning and developing these skills and abilities. We will constantly seek these experiences and learn from them in order to make ourselves feel safe, whole, and satisfied about ourselves. And So we came here to experience this in this lifetime. It's best if we recognize it, understand it, and develop it, because when we do, we will thrive more successfully in life. So with soul urge number 4, we use the Pythagorean system of numerology. Let me show you what this looks like. See, we use numbers only 1 through 9, and we use all the letters in the English alphabet. And each letter is assigned its own number. And these numbers will be assigned to the letters in your name on this cheat sheet. Here it is. This is a fake name, but this is just as an example. We use the name Sharon Lynn Clarkson. And you can see the upper row, we put in all of the letters, all of the numbers that apply to each vowel in her name, Sharon Lynn Clarkson. And you can see the table up here. This is where we found the numbers that go with each one of the letters. And then all of those numbers are added all together and reduced down to a single digit. And this person, Sharon, she has the soul urge number of 3. Your soul urge number will be different because you have a different name. Well, maybe it will be the same. It depends on how all the numbers come out to. But let's look at the soul urge number 4 for this video. Is the number 4, the element that goes with that number, its vibration, is earth. So you can imagine how practical it is. I mean, the 4 corners of the earth are very stable. So the person who came here in this lifetime with the soul urge number 4 came here to develop practicality, stability, dependability. They came here to learn and to be good, hard, dependable workers. It sounds boring, but someone's got to do it. Someone has to keep the wheels of industry turning and turning day in and day out, day in and day out, or else the rest of us will be kind of pissed. You know, the wheels of industry, like the gasoline station. If it wasn't for number 4, those gas tanks would be empty. There would be no one to show up with the big tankers to fill the underground tank, so when we pull up to the pump, we can fill up our car and then drive off and do what we need to do. But that's kind of everyone needs gasoline in their car, and but that's dependability, and that is boring, but it's got to be done so the rest of life can happen. So this soul urge is to learn to develop a practical point of view in whatever you do, to create order and repeatable processes. So you're not expending a lot of distracted energy in creating the wheel over and over. Develop a process, a methodology, so you can do it over and over in the least amount of time, the most efficiently, and you come up with the same end result each time in your life. You know, it's like baking a cake. There's many ways to do that, but there's certain ways that it's best to be done in a certain order so that you get a delicious cake out the other end when you open up that oven and let the cake cool and put icing on it. The same thing goes with sports. If you're making a turn on a snowboard or a set of skis, doing that in a certain method so it's efficient and fun. It may not be practical, but it's fun, and it's probably good for our emotional state to do things like that. So a soul urge number 4, learn to and be thorough in the jobs that we do. Achieve that discipline. Be disciplined to come up and have these achievements. And by doing that, accomplish your goals. Being persistent. Persistence is probably a pretty big word with the soul urge number 4. Is too often it's easy just to give up, maybe let someone do it or leave it for another day. But with the soul urge number 4, learn to be persistent, stick with it, even though it's hard, even though it's difficult, stick with it until you have accomplished your goal, and then go on to the next thing. There's an urge to develop respectability, dependability, solidity, and pride and respect. Not just self-respect, but also receive respect from others. But first, respecting yourself as being a good, solid, dependable, useful person is important for a soul urge 4 to develop. Also, pride in workmanship. Pride as well as an expertise in the type of work you do, whether it's computer programming, whether it's sculpting, whether it's designing and sewing a new dress or a new line of fashions, whether you're developing a new type of cake for weddings. That type of pride of workmanship, where it really shines in that regards. The number soul urge 4, learning how to handle material resources, not waste them, but make the most of them. Don't just, unlike just throwing something out, it's used once and you throw it out, even if it's like a plastic fork, is wash it and use it again, or maybe use it to build something with. I've seen forks used as kind of a makeshift paper clip. So that's what a 4 would find great satisfaction in doing, is really making use of material resources. I think it's kind of funny, but I've actually seen soul urge number 4s do these kinds of things, and God bless them, because if you're on a tight budget, it's nice to use plastic utensils as other things if you don't have the money to go out to an office supply store. So the soul urge number 4, handle money well and build a sense of security. That makes a soul urge 4 feel really safe and secure. Is material, always having material resources. Therefore, the money part of this, handling money, learning how to save and not spend everything that you have, is a lesson for, is a ability, skill. A soul urge number 4 is here to learn. Because of that, learning to be more conservative and maybe not so experimental in taking walks on the wild side. So being conservative, protecting what you own, respecting what you own, making the most of it, as well as respecting other people's material goods, what they own, their home, their car, their family members. Building a strong sense of self-respect and dignity in who you are and what you contribute. That's very strong. Developing a sense of worthiness and usefulness to the organization, to the family, to others. And when I say worthiness and usefulness, it's in more of a material way than, say, an emotional or maybe psychological way. A soul urge learning to develop that. Remember that some real keywords with a 4 is practical, practical, practical. Some may call that boring, 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 but it's not. Come on, you guys. It is practical. When we really need it, we're really glad that there's stuff there that is practical. Learning to be stable and not fly off the shelf every time something offends you or upsets you. Be stable. Learn to be a good business partner, a good dependable business partner people can count on, as well as a good marriage partner that your mate can depend on, to be by their side, to be with them when things get really rough and dicey when someone attacks them, say attacks your mate's character or behavior, standing by your mate and being a dependable person to stand by them with the worthiness and the self-respect. Learn how to solve problems. And this is more like solving problems in a material way. And this can take many different forms, solving problems. There can be a problem, say, with washing dishes, even though there may be a dishwasher. They're expensive buying dishwashing soap, having the right type, and or if the dishwasher is broken down. Well, number 4 might say, how about paper plates? There's no washing, there's no fuss, so maybe paper plates might be the way to go for a while. But practical solutions, and number 4 is to come up with these practical solutions that don't take a lot of time, energy, and money in order to get the solution that's very workable for the family or the community. That's the soul urge number 4. It's very much needed. Some may call it boring, but gosh bless them, because every time I pull up to the gas station pump, I have to thank a soul urge number 4 for ensuring that there's gasoline in the tanks underground. So when I put the hose into the car, there's gasoline there and it fills it up. So that's good. So that's a soul urge number 4. The element is earth. And this is JJ at Paranormal Talks. Loving doing these. They're kind of funny sometimes. But it's to help you understand yourself so that you might accept yourself, make the most of yourself, and navigate more successfully through life. So thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Bless you. And I'll see you for the soul urge number 5 soon.